Hello everybody, this is Allshouse Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West 2. In the previous episode, we attempted to go after Mammon when he shot himself, only to have Kestrel Cold ruin it. And now find ourselves in a new region of Utah, where, unfortunately, we were just a step behind Delir, who's already moved on to the next area, most likely. Which leaves us having to deal with the shadow dancers.
Let's see what's over there.
That took over the bridge. Now, obviously, we can't just steal the... Well, we could just steal the train.
Riding in the sun like this makes us quite a target.
However, I would like to explore this area.
Good to finally feel the warmth.
Let's head up Fort Prudence. An abandoned fort. It was weird to think that the war reached that far. Maybe it was raised by some lost division or deserters. Whoever built it was long gone anyway, leaving behind quite a mess. Let's enter the fort. An abandoned fort, blah 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 blah. Search the fort. We searched the remnants of the fort thoroughly. Most of the stuff was already gone, but we managed to find some munitions.
Wait
AKA,
up. Something's here. We should investigate.
AKA $25. Let's investigate. Bill found a simple safe hidden behind the command building's walls. Command building's wall. Bad news was that the safe itself was inside a big iron cage. There was no way we could reach it, unless we had the proper tools on us. Lena's partner. How far off am I from partner? I need 2 more loyalty points to get her to partner. Okay. Well, we don't need that $50 desperately right now.
Freaky winter.
So let's try and come back later. All that was left of the parish that stood here once was a couple of ramshackle houses and a tall bell tower on a hill. Not sure if this place fell apart or if it was never fully built. There's nothing of worth here, Carter. Also, this parish stands on the land sacred for local tribes. We shouldn't linger. Fair enough. Something tells me we're going to be coming back there later.
Let's keep going.
I just want to explore this area as much as I
could
can.
Smell the air. Scent of fresh rain and ripe cotton.
Because I want to see what's all around. Chances are we'll need it. And who knows, maybe we'll make some forward progress.
Let me get my bow.
Meaning to. Snake oil salesman. A rickety coach painted like a circus poster stood near our path. Its owner was waving at us, seemingly happy to see us. Okay, what have you got?
Oh, I know their kind. Don't drink anything he gives you. Especially if he offers any of his shit for free.
Yeah, these guys are shysters. You hurt my feelings, young miss. I'm not one of those irresponsible hacks you mentioned. I'm Phineas Bott, and I'm a real doctor. Phineas Bott? Phineas Bott. An inventor and medicine seller. Please, feel free to look at my wares. What can I do for you, you fine folks? Inventor, you say? Yes, and I collect all kinds of strange recipes. I'll be glad to pay if you ever bring me something like that, or if you need someone to mix something special for you. I'm here. I'm fascinated by anything supernatural. That's why I was so excited to talk to you. I can clearly see that you people had some run-ins with the other side. Tell you what. If you'll allow me to examine you, I'll pay good money. Think about it. Alright. Blue dynamite, and he can get us 2 of it. Alright, examine. But we need to be partners for them to be willing to do that. Alright then, Mr. Butt, let's get to it. The science! Do me! Let's see. Oh, no shadow. What a peculiar circumstance. How does it work exactly? Could you open your mouth for me? I wonder. No, you actually do cast a shadow onto yourself. It's only the rest of the world that's unaffected. Fascinating.
My shadow might be gone, but I still look good in a mirror.
Alright, well, we got $25 out of it. What are your wares? It's Dr. Bot, actually, and here's my merchandise. Let's see, nail bombs, some provisions, doctor's bag, rattlesnake snuff box, self-duelist. The character will perform a counter when it's attacked by a single target attack. Alright. Let's see, smelling salts, whiskey. No actual snake oil, though. Interesting. Alright, so we know where to get some extra cash should we need it. You know what?
No need to hurry.
Something I completely forgot was to hit Black Salt City. And let's check out the notice board
This might
first.
come in handy.
Board was full of petty requests and ads, and among them a couple wanted posters. Luckily, none were after us, and Flynn was all too excited about reading them aloud. Copper Vulture Gang.
Wanted. Dead. Leaders of the Copper Vulture Gang. Here's a list of their names and crimes. Damn, those are some naughty boys. Contact Sheriff Horn.
Alrighty then.
That face. Can it be? On the poster it says, Biting Ben Donahue. Donahue. Could this be my son?
Are you kidding me? So this is Old Man Jr.? Hey, pretty handsome too. Seems like he chose the way of the gun and bloody money. I wonder what he got himself into. Well, let's take the poster and find out. We took the poster about Copper Vulture gang leaders, but we didn't have the slightest clue about their whereabouts. We hope we might stumble upon them in the future. Okay, Lady Shrike.
Wanted. Dead or alive. For murders and atrocities beyond count. Lady Shrike. Contact Sheriff Horn for more information.
Lady Shrike. There was a time when she was mine. And we were both part of the Shadow Dance. I used to call her Waya, a dove.
I heard that Maka cast her out lately. Why does he keep doing that? We were some of his finest warriors.
I'd think you had enough time to understand that Macaw was simply using you. And once you became a burden, he abandoned you. Did not even grace you with the act of putting you down. I pity you, laughing deer.
Alright, well, let's take the poster. Poster yielded no information on where to look for the woman, but we took it anyway, in case we'd meet her somewhere. And the Shadow Dance presence. Attention, a group of aggressive natives is currently blocking the passage through the San Argent Bridge. Keep away. The army is planning to move against them soon. The army? What a joke. They'll stall for months before openly facing those Wendigos. We can't wait. We need to punch through as soon as possible. Yes, but perhaps we could recruit them to help us out? Can't hurt. Alright, let's visit the sheriff's office.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Black Salt City was run by a proper sheriff going by the name Horn. Stocky fellow with an intelligent face. Even had a proper office and dozens of deputies to help. Alright, let's ask about the current situation. Well, as you can see, we have some trouble with those damned shadow dancers. They took over the bridge in a huge force. We also have some people wanted if you are interested in this line of work. Just check the notice board.
Another wanted asshole? What are we now, lawmen?
You were excited to read the posters. Let's ask about the Copper Vulture Gang. Proper bastards. Real plague upon this land. I need to bring them down and soon, unless the governors send in the feds or some dumb military. Sadly, no one spills anything about their hideout. Alright, what about Lady Shrike? Ah yes, that deadly bird. We've been hunting for her for months. We know she's around, and as soon as she shows her pretty head, we'll be on her. Okay. So, no information. Alright, let's visit the surgeon. Get patched up.
Bartender, a round of whiskey, please.
Get wasted.
We drink till we can't stand it anymore.
Around.
I got some bad memories, and I'm good at drowning them.
I can drink just as good as you guys, so shut the hell up.
Why? I can drink as much as I want.
Everyone's so ungrateful. Everything I've done for them.
I remember sneaking booze into the orphanage. Oh, it was good times.
Yes, another round.
You do know I respect you all. You know?
Oh, shut up, Jin. You're not my real dad.
This has to be your best idea ever. To poison yourself like so willingly.
Okay, I think that's enough money wasted. I was hoping to get something interesting, but nope. Funny, but not interesting. Let's see, Black Salt City's general store seemed well stocked. With the Shadow Dance blockaded the bridge, the supplies would soon start dwindling. Yeah, I can imagine so. Well, let's see if we can't get ourselves some new guns. Let's solve the Skull Crusher. Nothing really new in the melee department. Beecher's Carbine, $300. Gut Shaker, Hawkeye Rifle. What do we got in terms of pistols? Bullet Bouncer, but I've got the Dead Man. Then again, getting something I could swap out the dirty coppers for would be good. Let's see, Derringer. Only costs 1 AP to shoot, but it can only do 2 damage. Could be useful if I need to finish someone off or do minimal damage. Let's see, Desert Ranger. Both do 6, but the Bullet Bouncer gets a duelist. And 25% chance to hit every time they ricochet a bullet. So instead of subtracting, it adds on. Which, yes, that's how it works. Now, let's grab a Bullet Bouncer, and let's check out the rifles. I don't think I really need another Beecher's Carbine. And I think I'm going to want to save my cash just in case. I might get rid of the stove door, because speed's kind of important. You know, for moving around. Okay. Well, that's taken care of. Let's head back this way and keep exploring the land. I want to see what we got. Probably not going to get into any combat this time around.
That way.
Lone Prospector, looking for gold. As we rode closer, the Prospector finally noticed us. He gasped, jumped up, and threw his hands in the air to show that he was unarmed.
Some would say it's cowardice to give up before anyone actually robs you. But I don't. I'd say you're a smart kid. Careful. Reasonable. I like that.
He calmed down upon hearing Flynn and Clalish laugh. He offered us some awful brandy, and asked if we had any food we'd be willing to share. We'd get something out of this. Why not? He repaid us by marking a good spot on our map. I wondered what he meant by that, but we said goodbye anyways. Prospector. And it's back down this way. The good spot was nothing but a riverbed and a bunch of rocks. I don't get it. What's so good about this place? Clalish laughed and dismounted. She entered the cold stream and started panning, looking for gold dust and nuggets. The rest of us glanced at each other and then hurried to help her. After a while, we had a nice handful of gold nuggets to our name. Reusable. Piece of pure gold said to bring luck and wealth can be used in multiple fights. So basically, for the cost of AP, we could give ourselves 50 luck. Or a character 50 luck. Alright, I'd say that was well worth the cost of the provisions, and we still have an extra should we need it. Though, more often than not, I go to the surge.
I know these hills.
So, I'm just going to say this, we're probably not going to be stealing the train of
I can see
penance today.
something that way.
Because I want to see what is in this area. See if we can't get some good freebies that'll help us prepare a little better.
Let's go that way.
Just telling you that right now. Oh. And our line of sight actually shortens when it's dark. Nice. Widow's home. In the distance, we saw a small gray farmhouse. A couple of emaciated nags and a cow roamed freely nearby. On the porch of the house stood an older woman. Approach the porch and hope she doesn't have a shotgun. Howdy, ma'am. No need to be alarmed. We're traveling on our own business, and I just wanted to ask for directions. The woman wasn't scared. If anything, she seemed excited to see us. She was over 40, but still looked quite nice, despite a cloud of sadness hanging over her. I ain't scared, cowboy. I'm actually glad to meet you. And you have a priest with you. I prayed for days for God to bring one about, and there you are. What strange providence. Are you in need of assistance, my daughter? We sat down on the porch for the weather was nice, and the woman, Sylvia, brought us some coffee. She promised to tell us her story when we were ready. Lay it on us. I've been a widow for 3 years now. My husband was buried alive in a mining accident. 3 years I mourned. Finally, I felt prepared to accept my fate. I'd saved up some money and was ready to leave this place and try my luck in the city. And that's when my Thomas came back.
Son of a bitch!
For a moment, I thought it had all been a horrible mistake, that he had somehow miraculously survived and returned to me after all those years. But as he came closer and closer, oh, I still can't believe it. He was dead. His face, his smell, it was horrifying. But the worst part is that he doesn't seem to understand what happened. He's confused. He tried to take care of the farm, but the animals were scared of him. I was scared of him. Now I'm stuck here with him. Please, I need help. I don't know what to do. He's a stubborn bastard, then. How does the vow go, Lazarus? Till death do us part?
You think this is funny. Imagine your own loved one returned like that to you. Would you laugh then? Oh, I forgot. You never had a loved one.
Yeah, I'm with Flynn with this one. Alright, Sylvia, we'll help you. Where's that undead husband of yours? God bless you, I locked him in the attic. I didn't know what else to do. Sylvia unlocked the attic for us and went for a walk away from the house. We stood under the ladder, and the smell of an open grave wafted down onto us. There was no backing down. Let Bill deal with the undead? Well, we can't do that. We lose whiskey and we get $20, so I think Lazarus is the better choice. It's your show, Padre.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Our Reverend climbed into the attic. He spent a lot of time there. We heard some whispers, a well-known hymn, and then, after an hour or so, a single shot. Lazarus carried down the body, wrapped in some linen, and we rustled up some shovels. The preacher performed a small ceremony over the fresh grave, the widow at his side praying. There would be no coming back from this death. I could see the widow finally felt at peace. I don't know how to thank you. Here, at least take some part of the money I saved. I still have more than enough. And with that, we left the widow and went on our way. Alrighty then.
Are we there yet?
Scorndale is one of the many ghost towns in the Hard West. Why the folks who'd once lived here had departed, no one knows for sure. All they'd left behind was a carcass of a once prosperous town, devoid of any worth. There's nothing here. Come on. And we're probably gonna have to deal with Scorndale at some point. Perhaps
Nothing
somebody
but
holding
rolling
someone
hills and
hostage.
plains.
Who's to say? Ransacked coach. We approached a coach abandoned in the middle of the prairie. Both horses were dead. Same for the passengers. A whole family by the look of what was left of them. Look at all the arrows and the family. They've been scalped. They had to be shadow dancers or other natives.
You people really have a weird fascination with mutilations. They could have been scalped by any bandit to make it look like a native raid. Same with the arrows. Could be just a ruse.
More Lazarus or more Laughing Deer? They're both at the same level. I'm gonna say Laughing Deer.
That was the only choice, and you know it.
That's true. Could have been anyone. Let's track them down and see what's what. Oh, another side quest.
Let's go.
Tracks. We'll check it
You're
out,
on
but
the
if it
right
leads into a
path.
fight... Look, their horses aren't even shoed. Natives, I tell you. Old fool. Look at the remnants of the camp. Do tin cans look native to you too? Shut up, both of you. Can you hear that? Now we all heard shots in the distance. When we hurried our horses and followed the thundering gunfire. Alright, we got an autosave.
Mammon's
Let's see if this
presence
leads to a
someplace
fight.
else.
Even
We're
if it
safe. For now.
Even if it does, it's probably going to be a small one. It seemed like it was all over when we got there. We found the bandit camp, but most of them were dead or dying already. To our astonishment, the gang was mixed. Natives and settlers, working hand in hand to kill and rob their neighbors. Gotta admit, I felt pretty stupid that moment, and both Lazarus and Deer were suddenly quiet. It seemed the mixed gang argued about something, and a shootout ensued. None survived. Evil does not have a color, you know. Ah, crap. Let's leave for now, because if we can get Clalish more loyalty, well, all the better. It was just another abandoned mine, a solemn remnant of a silver fever from years ago. It seemed like it used to be a good one. Long twisting corridors bored deeply into the rock. It's hopeless. Without a map, we'll just get lost in those corridors. Let's turn back.
Wish
Fair
I could
enough.
smell the air. Scent of fresh rain and ripe cotton.
Penance, eh? Let's see. Let's visit the general store. Besides having an extensive railroad hub, Penance was a modest town built by some crazy preacher right after the war. Alright. Not really any different from what we can get in another town. That I've... Black Salt City. Town. Notice board? Want him. William McCarthy.
Wanted, dead or alive, for murder in cold blood. William McCarthy.
Take the poster. Sometimes I really feel like a deputy. Let's get that reward, people. Check the sheriff's office. Let's ask about William McCarthy. Will is fast. One of the fastest I've ever seen. He's young, too, and dumb. Last I heard, he was looking for a place to lay low at that shifty Hartman's place. Uh-oh. Canyon Blockade. That must be our camp. Do we check out the Hartman Ranch?
Nothing but rolling
Nah.
hills and plains.
It was a typical cattle farm. Two old cowboys were arguing about something among the cow. Dry throat. Something among the cows. We approached the cattle farm slowly and carefully, signaling no ill intentions. Howdy, gentlemen. What seems to be the problem? The problem was that the presence of the Wendigos scared their cattle. Cows divided into 3 groups. Cowboys were too busy with fixing the fence to go look for them themselves. They promised to pay us if we bring any of their cattle back to them.
Cattle job? What are we? Cowboys now?
Hey, they're paying. So, one to the south. Yep. One to the west, one to the north. And remember, we are at an angle with the map, or at least I currently am. It seemed like 2 native women were already taking care of the cows. One was milking as we approached. They didn't seem very disturbed by our presence. When we explained the situation to the woman, they told us their tribe desperately needed food due to the demons devouring everything in their path. These cows do not belong to them. We should return them to their owners. Come on. They need food too. Those cowboys have other cows. I want to get more points with Clalish, because I could get her up to partner, get those 80 bucks. But I also do need points with Lazarus. Let's get the points with Lazarus.
Blessed are those who.
In the end, we took all the cows and left the proud woman with nothing. Sorry, ladies.
Shouldn't we keep close to the river?
Okay, one in the west, one in the north.
Are we there yet?
Some cattle that ran from the farm. Phew, there's something wrong with these cows. You were attacked by the Wendigo, and their wounds are already festering. They are in the process of changing into something else. Okay, dear, do you have any ideas? It seems a waste to just kill them. Maybe not all of the cows were bitten. I'll go around and look at them. We'll only put down the weakest. Right, we can bring the rest back to those cowboys, and we'll warn them, just in case. And then there's one west.
Here, follow me.
Well, it certainly ain't by the hanging
It's
tree.
good to be out of that freaky winter.
Keep close, people.
Ah, there they are. Cows just stood there, grazing but wary of our presence. Guys, does anyone here have any experience with whatever this is? Bill does, apparently.
Time to shake off the dirt of the grave and get moving again.
Terrified of Bill's undead stench, the cows got moving fast, and we were done in no time. Alright, let's see what we get out of this. Let's see, return the cattle, 25, 25, 25, total of 75. I would have been better off just leaving the cows to the woman to get the loyalty point with Claylish, and that got more money. Ah well, hopefully I'll get another chance. Owners paid us for the task, and paid us for the task. 75 bucks. Alright, what about this hanging tree? A group of angry people gathered under the hanging tree. We saw a prisoner with a noose around his neck ready to be hanged, and a fat man trying to take it off him. The crowd didn't seem to like that idea. Hey, what the hell's going on here? The crowd let us pass, and the fat man stopped struggling with the noose around the prisoner's neck. He wiped the sweat off his forehead and explained the situation. I'm the owner of the local silver mine, and those are my men. They're not very happy about Gary here. Frankly, I'm pissed as well, but we cannot just lynch a guy. He needs to face the law. His last words were meant for the crowd around us, and they didn't seem to like that. We had a choice. Solve this by talking to the interested parties, or leave them be. Alright, let's talk to the mine owner. What was his crime exactly? This son of a bitch went to the Copper Vulture gang and told them all about the next silver transport. Great haul. We were all supposed to profit from it. We all suspect it was him, but we don't have any proof. And I don't want to kill a man without proving he's guilty. I want him to be taken to jail. What about you, Gary? You're not very popular amongst those guys, are you? Sir, please, don't let them hang me. It's true I told the Copper Vulture gang about the transport, but I got nothing from the deal. They threatened to kill me and my family. I had no choice. The crowd? If you're so sure he's done it, why not trial him properly? Make it all fair. You don't know Gary, sir. He's lying. He's a lying weasel. He'll say everything to get him out of this. We're not taking the risk. We lost our haul because of this bastard. I say we hang him. And the posse? You know me. I'm all about law and order. Duralex, sed lex, quoth the Ulpian. He should be tried properly.
I've seen my share of liars in my life, Lazarus. But I've never seen one as damn cold as you, Father.
I say let the people have their justice. They lost everything they had because of this man. Ooh. I believe he should be tried properly. But I also need to get more points with Bill. No, I'm sticking with what I would do. You had me at Latin.
Blessed are those who heed good advice.
Untie that man and lead him to jail. Make sure he gets there alive, or I swear I'll tie a noose for each and every one of you people. Once it was done, the crowd dispersed, and we never looked back. Ooh, abandoned strip mine.
I wish we could ride like this forever.
Oh, I was just supposed to walk into it. It was some kind of strip mine, but it seemed whomever used to work here was digging for some weird material inside deep rifts scarring this place. It all looked very suspicious. I don't think it's worth investigating. It reeks of ambush. Something else. Let's move on. Fine. We slowly entered Owen's ranch, making sure it doesn't look like a bandit raid. Farmer was wary at first, but when he didn't show any hostile intent, he shared his troubles with us. It seemed like his stock was being prowled upon by some beast. He never saw it himself, but had already killed half a dozen cows. He promised us his family's silvers if we tracked it down and get rid of it. Sure. Alright, Pops, we'll do it. And then there's Fort Prudence, which I think is actually where that safe is that we need Flynn to be a partner for. Alright, gotta zoom in to see the tracks. These tracks aren't natural. Whatever is hunting Owen's cattle does not come from this world. Damn, then we better find it and kill it before it starts hunting people too. Shouldn't we discern its nature first? We don't know what we're dealing with, but the tracks lead there.
Let's check this path.
We're close to its territory now. Let's look over there.
Are those wild turkey? Let me get my bow.
Over where?
I know these hills.
Oh, there it is. Claylish led us to a thick ravine. If our prey hid here, it'd take a whole day to find it.
Claylish is right. Not all unnatural creatures are killer demons, Jin. I'll help find this beast, but only if we agree to see what it is and why it does what it does before we shoot. Understand?
Lynn used her witchcraft to search the ravine and eventually led us to a small cave. There we cornered its strange beast, a monstrous version of a cougar, but with 4 eyes and 6 paws. I knew it! It's a spirit beast, and young, barely a cub. We'd be wise to let it be and hunt for what it wants. We shouldn't upset the balance. It's unnatural. Things like that do not belong on this side of the veil. We should destroy it. Oh, come on, Lazarus. Just shut up. Claylish is right. This thing doesn't deserve to die. Let's see. 1 point with Lazarus, or a point with Claylish, and a point with Flynn. Which I believe... well, it'll push Claylish into the partner territory. Flynn will be 1 step closer. 2 or 1? I'm gonna go with 2.
You'll see it was a good decision.
I don't know how you deal with all this insanity, Claylish. You're a better woman than me. You know what I goddamn mean.
It's good to be out of that freaky winter.
That's that. There is this area over here near
always
Trample
watch
Town.
for an ambush.
I think that's about it. Is it Trample Town store? Howdy, this is not a robbery, sir. That's what a robber would say. Let's see, another chain gun, but I don't think I'm gonna grab it. 1 is enough for now. Could sell the gold for 100 cash, but I don't think that's a good idea. Alright, I think it's about time we made camp and start talking with our partners and getting more of their story. Claylish?
That macaw I was telling you about. He told my cousins that I had spirits inside me. The 1,000 voices dead, he called them. The souls of the people who died in the Elkrat massacre. Just waiting for me to unleash them so they can have their vengeance. The sad part. He was not wrong. Those 1,000 voices dead I was talking about. I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I knew they'd only bring more violence. More death. Rather than wait for Makar to turn my people against me so he could use the 1,000 voices dead for his own ends, I struck out on my own. I became a tracker and a hunter for hire. Learning the ways of your people. Learning what drives you. I'm still learning.
Yeah, so are we. Alright, what about you, Lazarus?
When I met Solomon Delir, I felt an instant kinship with the man. Did you know that he once helped rid an entire state of a strange psychosis? He lost his way later by dabbling in the dark arts, but One day he was reborn with new purpose, just like me. Working together with Solomon makes the two of us unstoppable. His scientific genius complements my faith and my guns. We can speak with each other on a level few others can reach, and grasp ranges farther than he could hope to manage on his own. It's been an excellent arrangement for us both.
Alright. Well, one last thing to do before we
Mammon's
move on
presence someplace else. We're safe. For
is
now.
to check the ranch, the small
Here,
camp,
follow me.
and get that $80. Learn from Klaylish.
The 1,000 voices dead aren't just my people. Yours are in there too. People on both sides were massacred. And they all decided to stay behind and have me bear witness to their grief. If you could hear them. In death, they found understanding. They found empathy and love for each other. Isn't that tragic? In this land of ours, you can only find happiness in death.
We stayed behind to bury all of them. They were bandits and murderers, but something about Klaylish's story made us feel guilty. Our mood improved once we found their cleverly hidden hoard. We left feeling much better than before. Got $80 out of it.
Let's check this path.
Alright, let's check out Hartman Ranch. And why is it I'm just now getting those pop-ups for something we've already finished? Hartman's ranch was vast, well protected too, but those lands bore no cattle or horses. Reg Hartman dealt in another kind of merchandise. Weaponry. Which he warehoused in his numerous stables and barns. Pretty White Manor stood at the center of it all. I'm Carter, and this is my posse. We're here to do business with Reggie. I'm an old friend. Guards did not comment. They forced us to leave our guns behind, so we complied. With our special skill set, we weren't intimidated, nor did we feel truly disarmed. As one of them led us to the manor, I made sure my guys knew what they're getting into.
Hartman is a tough and smart bastard. Do not think he's all just talk and charm. Not for a second.
Goddamn me to Jericho if it isn't Jim Carter himself. Welcome back. And you brought friends. Very good, very good. Come, sit, drink with me.
Hartman, you crazy goddamn bastard. Looking good. Being out of jail suits you.
Nah, you know me. I need my space open. But what brings you here? How can I help? It's a long story, but we need some stuff, and I was hoping you might help. All ears, pal. Let's see. Vest, well protected. Yeah, this is just the intro stuff. Come on, let's get into my office. Comment on Hartman's business.
Built yourself a cozy little empire here, did you?
That I did. Do you like my operation here? I've grown a bit since we were selling stolen cannons back to their unwitting owners during the war. You know anything about William McCarthy? Hartman seemed irritated. He didn't even look at us, saying that the kid wanted to stay at the ranch, but was thrown out. I don't need that kind of heat on me. You probably holed up somewhere in the prairies. Check the tall rocks right there. That would be a good place to hide. Now leave me. I'm busy. Well, let's explain our plan. I explained the plan to Hartman, omitting our reasons to venture to San Argent, and he was wise enough not to ask.
To pull this off, we're gonna need 3 things. A train, powerful explosives, and some serious firepower.
As for the firepower, you came to the right man. I have just the thing for you, and I'm in generous mood. So I'll gladly lend it to you. Stop beating around the bush. What's the cost? Oh, I like that guy. All business. Right. My price. I need to secure a loan from Trampletown Bank. One that I won't be too keen to return anytime soon. If you know what I mean. Preferably in gold.
This is madness. Can't we find a more rational way to proceed? Robbing a bank? Seriously?
You know me, Carter. Tit for tat. That's my final offer. Rob the bank and I'll be ready to give you the cannon. Seems like we don't have much choice. We'll do it. Fantastic! And you don't have to worry about Lawman. It's a private bank belonging to Victor Brass, an industrial mogul. He might get pissed, but he won't issue wanted posters after you. He doesn't want that kind of attention. Yeah, we'll need a train. I bet you already thought of going to Penance, and you were right to do so. It's the best place for that kind of job. We'll also need explosives. Explosives are like weeds these days. Easy to find, but hard to pluck properly. You can find some in an abandoned mine not far from here. I'll mark it on your map. Let's hope no one took over the place.
You have a lousy taste in friends, Carter. That's lucky for me. But real bad for you.
Yeah. Alright. Old farm. You know, I don't think I ever checked if there was a quick save for this game. Zoom out, tactical, world map. No quick save, huh? Oh no, wait, there is. F8 and F9.
Are we there yet?
Let's see. We reached McCarthy's hideout. He set up a camp by some tall rocks. Smart. He saw us advance before we saw him. He threw himself after his gun and then crouched behind a boulder. Call for him to surrender. You're not taking me alive, cowards. I'm the fastest gun in the West. You won't stand a chance.
Oh yeah? I happen to know the fastest gun in the West, and it ain't you, kid. Any one of us could take you on. If you don't give up right now, we'll prove it too.
Deal, but if I kill one of you, you're letting me go. Swear on Christ's own damn cross. I swore, and Lazarus made a big show of approving the deal. Finally, McCarthy came out from behind his rock and stood there, ready. All he had to do was choose our champion. Let's see, Flynn, no, Lazarus, it'll cost me a whiskey. Kalish, however, who requires partner status, takes no damage. Kalish, he's all yours. Oh, the Cirrus native lady. I'm scared shit. Before McCarthy finished his sentence, Kalish called upon the thousand voices dead still lingering inside her mind. They began manifesting one by one all around McCarthy, wailing like banshees. McCarthy tried to shoot them, but the bullets did them no harm. Once his gun was empty, Kalish calmly walked toward him. He took his pistol from his trembling hands and tied his hands behind his back.
If you had as many dead people in your head as I do, you would prefer to let folks live. You're on the right path.
Back to Penance.
Let's keep going.
Let's go.
Bring McCarthy alive. How you managed this, I do not know, but well done. Here's your money. As for you, Will, you'll be dancing from the end of a rope soon. What was it he did again? McCarthy, for murder in cold blood. Fair enough?
That way.
Okay, so we got nothing but fights up ahead, and we have...
Riding in the sun like this makes us quite a target.
Honestly, we don't really have enough time for anything. So, I'm going to end this episode off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.